Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how I created this floral and bow design. The inspiration for this is this beautiful custom-made little mini pouch that I received as a gift, and you'll need an assortment of polishes for this design. Don't be scared, I know there's a lot here. You'll also need a thin art brush and a dotting tool. So we're going to jump right in. You'll see I've got some polish here on a little piece of paper, and I'm just starting with my thin art brush by adding the lightest shade of purple to my nail in kind of this circular shape. It's certainly not smooth, it's kind of rough around the edges, and that's okay. That's going to add to the flower design. I add a little bit of my white, and then you'll see I start going back and forth with the different shades of the purple polish. Typically when I'm working with my polish, I have it on a little piece of tin foil. I do find when I'm filming that it reflects a fair bit off of the lights, so I thought for ease of the film, I would just put it on a little piece of white paper, but I do find your polish dries out quicker on paper, so I would recommend using some tin foil when you're doing your nail art. So you'll see I'm just going back and forth with the different shades of polish. Honestly, it looks a little bit like a blob right now, but I promise you, once you add your greenery and do some white highlights, with this flower, it's really going to come to life. And keep in mind as well, your top coat really blends everything nicely together. So in the center of the flower, I've added a little bit of green and some white to just add some dimension and highlight to the design. It's easy to add more to your flower as you go, a lot harder to take things away, so just keep that in mind when you're working. For the greenery, I've got two different shades of green, and here I'm just adding a little vine to my nail, and I'm going to add some leaves on either side. I'm not too worried about having it solidly filled in there. If you see some of that base color peeking through, that's okay. It just adds to the dimension of this design. So I'm just going to continue adding my leaves here to the vine. I'm just using that purse as a guide, finding different aspects that I like and recreating it on my nail. So Google an image and just find something that you're drawn to and then try to recreate pieces of it on your nail. So you see I added two larger leaves there, but I wanted it to look like it was underneath the flower, so I just went in and added a little bit more of the purple. I'm creating these blue flowers basically the same way, but with just some different shades of polish. And once I add those to my nail and do the white highlights, I'm just going to go and continue building this design by adding some more greenery and some flowers to my nail. Not all of the flowers are the same, so you'll see here on the corner of my nail I just add 5 little dashes to create these flowers and add some white highlights to them as well. So add the pieces that you like, change up the colors if you want to do this design but aren't really thrilled with these colors. Try some pinks and peaches, it would be really pretty as well. The last touch there is to add some white highlight. So now we're going to move on to the nail with the bow. I've added my base color and left a little triangle at the end, and just to tidy that up I'm using my acetone and my art brush. I go in with a second coat and again tidy that up. I've added my flowers, but I won't show you that again. We add a dot in the center, then we're going to create 2 angled lines creating our bow, and we're going to repeat that on the other side, and we're going to fill that in so that you have a solid blue bow at the base of your nail. So once you've done that and cleaned up around the edge of your nail, we're going to move on to the next step. So ignore that blob of dark blue polish, that was a little boo-boo. You'll see I'm just carefully outlining the bow. I'll save you from watching me go through that very slow process. Once you've done that, we're now ready to add kind of the details. So we're going to have a curved line just to kind of give that bow some dimension, and just 2 little straight lines. And you'll see we're going to repeat that on both sides. And the last step is we're going to add some silver dots, just using my thin art brush, to the bow. And let everything dry and apply your top coat. And here's a look at the finished product. Guys, if you recreate this one, I'd love if you could add a hashtag ChristabellNails so I can see your recreations. Of course, thumbs up, new subscribers, and comments below are always appreciated. Thanks, guys.